Hello and welcome to Clash of the Masterminds. I'm your host SeoulStEaL, and today we're casting this TvZ on Moondance. At the top left, we have ourselves the purple Terran. It's Maru. And the bottom right, we have ourselves the one and only Serral. Serral and Maru, everyone knows them. They are titans in the StarCraft 2 scene. They are the master of their craft. And today we're going to watch these two titans duke it out on Moondance. I know this is a matchup a lot of people have always wanted to tune in and see. Everyone's always wanted to see these two duke it out, and because they're the best of their respective races. Maru, arguably one of the best, if not the best Terran in the world, and Serral is the best Zerg, no doubt, and probably the best StarCraft 2 player in general. But we're going to go ahead and have ourselves the standard old opening from both players. Rax gas from Maru, hatch gas pool from Serral. Going for that 18 gas and pool from Serral. The standard opening for ZVT. And yeah, in this matchup, from my experiences, this is probably the most enjoyable matchup, at least for me to spectate. Because the battles are always non-stop. There's always a lot of aggression. There's not a whole lot of downtime except for the beginning, which is the standard downtime. And yeah, just in general, as a player that's mainly Zerg but has been diving into the Terran side recently, definitely a very fun matchup comparatively to say like Terran versus Protoss or Zerg versus Protoss. And so now we have Maru going ahead and getting himself a fast expand of his own. Generally, the way to go about it for Terran, they usually do Rax then expand. Or anytime you see a Terran that goes like a really first, like a CC first, if I could say it properly, they are definitely taking advantage of their opponent, in that they're just metagaming them. They oftentimes that's usually whenever you see someone do a CC first, is that they're metagaming something that they played against a ton of times, and they kind of can guess what's going to happen. Serral going to go ahead and give himself a third base. This is pretty standard for Zerg. Third bases are generally safe for them to take. And he's taking it without any resistance, because normally on the NA ladder specifically, you still see Reaper play, but at these two, where the kind of gameplay that these two oftentimes endure, I guess lately they've been the Terrans have been skipping Reaper, going straight to Marine, and basically saying, hey, I don't want to be aggressive on the map early. I'd rather stay a little bit safer and be aggressive later on. This Hellion's going to come on out and bully the Ling, trying to deny Serral any further scouting information, and his Queen is going to go ahead and spread the creep uncontested. This Hellion might be going across the map to try to harass some creep tumors, but one Hellion alone is not enough to really kill a creep tumor. At least, I mean, it is if it catches the creep tumor at the beginning, but otherwise, no. If the creep tumor's been, like, let's say halfway, one Hellion's not going to stop it. And there's enough Queens out here to deny any Hellion harass. Maru's just poking and prodding, looking for opportunities. He's just keeping the scouting information going, keeping Serral in check, and making sure, hey, he's just making sure there's no like fourth base, like no greedy fourth, etc. Serral though, going ahead and he's getting himself a Roach Warren, and this is generally going to be the scary moment for Maru. Maru going to go ahead and move on out with a dropship with a Widowmine. So we do have a Widowmine drop on the way for Maru. We're going to have to see how Serral deals with this. There's the Roach Warren is nicely hidden, and oh, here we go. This medevac is spotted, and Serral is already on top of it. He's already prepared for this medevac drop. The boost comes on in, and Maru's going to get that perfect pocket with the Widowmine, but most of the... Oh, well, he does get 4 drone kills, so that's pretty good. He did get a really nice pick with that, and this dropship. This dropship is pretty much done all that it has been able to do. If Maru was able to, he probably could have... well, maybe if he had the opportunity to, I should say. Not that he can, because this dropship's too low. But if it had more HP, I'm sure he would have tried to pick off a Queen too. And we have a bunch of roaches on the way from Serral, marching across the map. And this depot does get canceled, and Maru has evacuated his natural completely. And I'm not sure how Maru's going to hold this. This is a lot of roaches here. Roaches, Ravagers, and Zerglings flooding across the map from 3 bases. And we do have a Raven for Maru, but the Raven, as useful as it is, as much utility as it provides, I don't think it's going to be going to help a whole lot in this scenario here. And the Ravager Bios landing on that depot does get some nice damage done. And now the Ling Ravager flood is underway, is in the main of Maru. And SCVs are not going to be able to save that add-on. And Serral getting a nice spread with all of his Lings and Ravagers. Bios not making the connections that they need to. This Banshee is the unit that Maru really needed out a little bit earlier. And unfortunately, though, Maru's taking terrible damage to his economy. 27 SCVs have gone down, and these Bios are continuing to miss, but the damage has already been done. It doesn't even matter. 30 SCVs do go down, 35 SCVs do go down, and the Lings are continuing to flood. And Serral is producing 20 more Zerglings as he's continuing to flood Maru's base. Maru doesn't have any real means to stop this. This tank is the lone combatant on the ground. The Banshee, the lone combatant in the air. The tank is going to survive, but Maru's down to 6 workers. He's lost 40 workers already in the first 6.5 minutes of the game. I don't know if Maru's going to be able to come back from this. If Maru had like a 3rd command center for mules, maybe, because mules do a pretty good job at, but maybe not even at these guys, maybe not at this level of gameplay can 3 command centers save a Terran. I remember Haas on Europe. He played a game against the Zerg. I can't remember if it was versus 𝙀𝙓𝙋𝘼𝙉𝘿, but I remember a game of Haas where he lost all of his SCVs in this same exact kind of scenario. It wasn't with Ravagers though, because this was like Wings of Liberty days, and Haas came back with 3 orbital commands against 𝙀𝙀𝙀𝙀 and won the game despite being down to 4 or 6 workers, just like Maru was brought down just now. Maru is getting himself a 3rd CC, but it's definitely not in the right time. Maru really could have used that earlier to survive. Although if he hadn't had a bunch of Hellions, if he had Marauders instead, or a Siege Tank faster, or anything that would deal with the Roach Ravager push earlier on, like Cyclones, it definitely would have been a much better scenario for Maru. Maru did get 7 worker kills. I did miss it, unfortunately. Oh yeah, that's right. I think because the Banshees aren't here, it must have been the Banshee that he used. Lings are gonna come on into the main, and this is way too many Lings. Lings are going straight to the middle line. Okay, now they're starting to spread, and this is a lot of Roaches and Lings, and GG, Serral takes the game. Unfortunately for Maru, he could not withstand the might of the Zerg. So, hope you guys enjoyed this replay cast. If you guys would like me to cast your replays, you can submit your replays at seoulreplays@gmail.com. That's SeoUL replays@gmail.com. Or you can click and join my Discord. It's in the description down below. And you can submit your replays in the StarCraft stuff section. If you guys like this video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take it easy. Thanks for watching. Really hope you enjoyed that video just now. If you wouldn't mind clicking that like, subscribe, and the bell notification down below, really appreciate it. Also, be sure to follow me on my Twitter and Twitch.